bridges, not walls. Respect my existence or expect my resistance. Women's rights are human rights. These are just a few of the millions of phrases held up on signs around the world on January 19, 2019 during the Women's March. I was at the San Luis Obispo Women's March on this day, and I'm here to report to you today about the mission of the Women's March and what occurred at the one in San Luis Obispo on this day. First, let's talk about the mission statement. The theme adopted for the San Luis Obispo Women's March was Truth to Power. This theme was created in reference to a record-breaking year of women running for political office as well as speaking out against perpetrators of sexual violence. Along with the goal of creating a world in which speaking truth to power is encouraged, participants also marched for ending violence, reproductive rights, LGBTQIA rights, disability rights, civil rights, workers' rights, immigrant rights, and environmental justice. In support of all these missions, I attended the San Luis Obispo Women's March. The march started at 9 a.m., where an estimated 5,000 people were gathered in Mitchell Park, which is in downtown SLO. Notable attendees included San Luis Obispo Police Chief Deanna Cantrell, who made a brief speech in support of the crowd, as well as Congressman Salud Carbajal, who instigated the parade section of the march by leading the crowd out of Mitchell Park and through the 1-mile loop in the streets of downtown. The march was a vivid sight. Many people brought signs to hold up with words of empowerment speaking their truths. A drumline played a beat that could be heard from the front all the way to the back of the parade. Also, outgoing men and women led chants, saying things like, "Love not hate makes America great." The march only lasted one day, but speaking truth to power left a lasting impact on participants and onlookers, and news of the Women's March was heard around the world. So, if you're interested in encouraging women and speaking out for human rights, the Women's March will occur next year in January, so get out there. If not, many demonstrations occur year-round that cover topics that you may be passionate about. For example, the March for Life also occurred on January 19th and will occur again next year. Peacefully protesting is a vital way that we as Americans exercise our right to freedom of speech. If we all speak our truths to power, we can encourage a government, leaders, and policies that speak truth to power as well in a way that is accurately representative of U.S. citizens. Thank you all for listening and learning about the Women's March of 2019. Okay, Sarah, what is it you'd like to work on? I think when I speak impromptu, I definitely use filler words, but when I memorize my